Welcome back to Fab Automotive Detailing. You guys, in this video, I'm going to show you my top picks for 2024. This isn't awards or anything like that. These are just products that I seem to reach for all the time. Let's do it. So before we get this video started, you have to remember these are products that I enjoy, products that I like to reach for, and I like to let you guys know the products that I really like. Other YouTubers may have different products in their categories. You may have different products in your categories. The cool thing about us, especially in the detailing world, we all like different things. There's products that I love, other people hate. There's products that other people hate that I love. It's just one of those things in detailing. I don't know why. It just seems to be that way. But these are products I reach for all the time. I was not paid for this video. I don't get paid for any videos, but I didn't get paid for this video. I had no companies have any influence in this video at all. These are products that are on my shelf right now that I absolutely love. And we're gonna get started right now. So some categories, you guys, I have products that tie where I can't choose my favorite one. This isn't one of those categories, but I'm gonna have categories like that. So you're gonna see more than one, let's say tire shine, because I know I have more than one tire shine. That's my favorite. Just depends on the mood that I'm in that day or just which one I just happen to grab. So just keep that in mind. And then the other thing is I'm gonna try to keep my explanations short and sweet because I have several categories to go over, and that way we don't make this an extremely long video. So the first category is going to be my favorite soaps, snow foam, or rinseless wash, because you basically have three. Here's your snow foam, here's your soap, and here's a rinseless wash. My first one is going to be Auto Snow Foam. This is my favorite snow foam on the market right now by Next Level Car Care. They're actually a company out of Indiana. All of his products are made in the USA. Very good, luxurious snow foam. I don't normally get good shaving cream thick foam when I foam onto cars, but this gives that to me. This is also marine safe, so if you're a boat detailer, you can use this when washing boats. This is my favorite snow foam. My favorite soap for the bucket is going to be Apex Auto Wash by Phoenix EOD. One thing I love about this product here, I have used this many times, and as you can see, I still have a lot left, and that is because you don't need much. Basically, about a thimble is really all you need to get good lather, good cleaning power out of a soap. This cleans very well and is super economical when it comes to how much product you're going to use in your bucket. The cool thing about this, no fragrance and ceramic coating safe. As far as rinseless wash goes, my favorite right now, DIY Details Rinseless Wash. This is their newest version. It's kind of the milky yellow color. From what Ivan told me when I was in Nebraska, the only difference really is it has a lot more surfactants in it. It still feels the same to me on the surface. It still looks the same and everything, but this has more surfactants in it, this version here. But I do have the original version. I still use it, still love it. I use this in my pad washer, 256-to-1. Rinseless wash, 256-to-1, ½ ounce per gallon. Use it as a clay lube. I use it as a window cleaner. I've used it to clean the interior of cars. So many uses out of this product, and it leaves nothing behind, which is very important to me when it comes to rinseless wash, and that's why it's my favorite rinseless wash right now. Next category, my favorite spray and rinse products. So I have two here, Cheater Wax from Distinctive Details and Quick Beads from DIY Detail. Cheater Wax is a drying aid. It's really not leaving anything behind. It has a bunch of polymers in it, but what it does is when you spray it on the surface, and all you need is 2 ounces in a 32-ounce bottle. Fill it up the rest of the way with water. So this bottle will make a lot of bottles. 2 ounces all you need. You spray on the surface and then use your pressure washer, pressure wash it off, and it's going to help the water sheet off the paint, making your dryer easier and safer, but it is not a wax. Even though the name is Cheater Wax, there is no wax in this at all, just a bunch of polymers, but it does make your drying a lot easier. And then Quick Beads from DIY Detail. Right now, probably my absolute favorite. These two, I reach for both of them all the time, but the Quick Beads I use on every single wheel that I ever clean. It's super simple to use, and it is long lasting. Couple months easy on paint. On the wheels, at least a month, if not longer. It makes your drying process easier and is leaving protection behind. Unlike Cheater Wax, this does leave protection behind, and these are my two favorite spray-on, rinse-off products. Next category, my favorite tire shines. These are the two that I reach for the most. I do have other tire shines that work great, but these are the two that I reach for the most. The first one is Hybrid Solutions from Turtle Wax. Their graphene acrylic tire shine. This gives you the glossy look. It does dry to the touch because it is water-based, and it is very long lasting. You're gonna get a couple weeks out of this, no problem at all, versus a lot of other ones, first rain, it washes off. But it just gives you that deep, dark, rich look of the tire and does leave some gloss behind. And I have a lot of people that when I put these on this on their cars, they're like, wow, what tire shine did you use? I always end up showing them this. So it's one of the two that I reach for all the time when I'm putting a tire shine on. The next one is Next Level Car Care's Tire Protectant Gel. Now this is a protectant for your tire, but still looks like it. In fact, I'm looking at tires I put on just earlier. Still looks really good as a tire shine, but this is gonna keep your tires looking a rich black for longer, at least about a month. Is what I'm seeing out of this. When water hits it, it just kind of beads up and comes off of it. It doesn't rinse off like a lot of other tire shines will. This is a heavy duty tire shine. A little bit goes a long way. And Tire Protectant Gel just gives you that satin finish. Dry the touch almost immediately. As soon as you get done wiping the whole tire, where you started, it's pretty much dry. And you're not gonna have to worry about any sling going down the car. Those are my two favorite tire shines. So my favorite glass cleaner is a pretty easy one for you guys to guess because I absolutely love this stuff. It is my best-selling product on my website. It's my best-selling product on my truck where I drive around to dealerships and body shops and paint shops and stuff like that. What I do, I go to dealerships and this is my get in the door product. I always give them a free can and say, test it out. They always say, you know, we have a good window cleaner that we really love. We really don't need another one. I'm like, here, it's a free can, just test it out. Every time I go back, almost every time, it's like, okay, I need 2 or 3 cases. That stuff is amazing. You're right. We're going to switch to you now when it comes to our glass cleaner. And it is the Diamond Clear Glass Cleaner by Distinctive Details. This is an aerosol based, obviously in the aerosol can, solvent based, window tint safe. You can use it as a chrome polish also, but it's really good at getting rid of like dog nose marks on glass, smoke film that's on glass. I have never had a problem with any type of streaking out of this, which is great, but it's not a foaming. You would think it's foaming because it's an aerosol can. That's what people immediately think. Oh, I don't like foaming glass cleaners. This is not a foaming glass cleaner. When you spray it on, it may look like it, but instantly the foam is gone. All you need is one spray per glass, and that is it. Gives you crystal clear glass, completely effortless, and it's not going to streak on you. And it's a 2-for-1 because you can use it as a chrome polish. So Diamond Clear Glass Cleaner is my favorite glass cleaner. Okay, so this one is rather new to me. So this is gonna be my favorite all-purpose cleaner. I've really started recently using All Clean. I used to use other APCs from other companies, but I'm not a big APC cleaner detailer. I don't use APC all the time, just in certain situations. Until I basically discovered All Clean, and you can use it for, well, All Clean. It cleans like pretty much anything, which is amazing. And I didn't really ever think that I would use an all-purpose cleaner very often, but I'm reaching for this ever since I tested it all the time. I use it in my IK foamer, my pump up. The big one looks like Garden Sprayer. The IK9, I think is what mine is. It's the older version. I use it for bugs. I use it for tires, wheels, wheel wells, rocker panels, the steps on the sides of cars, soot to get off from like diesels. It literally, you spray it on and it's melting off pretty much anything that you spray it on. It's not going to remove all the browning out of your tire. It does remove a little bit of it, but you don't want to remove all the browning out of your tire because that's actually an antioxidant that helps protect the sidewall of your tire. So if you're expecting to see that tons of brown when you use it, you're not going to see that, but it does make the tire look good and clean. It's a really good wheel cleaner. I have a video on it where I sprayed it. We put it on bugs when I was in Nebraska, and the bugs literally started turning brown, almost like bleeding down in the foam. It immediately starts eating away at the bugs. And then I used it on a car the other day that had soot all over the back of it, and the owner was like, I don't think you can get this off because we have tried and we can't seem to get this to come off of here. I sprayed this on. I let it sit for about 2 minutes is what I did. And I used a bug sponge, a light bug sponge, and I light pressure, and that soot like that. I mean, it probably could have taken it off with just the pressure washer, but I wanted to be a little bit more aggressive because it was very thick soot. And it removed it, and it made that back bumper look absolutely amazing. And you don't need a whole lot of this product. So if you buy it like this is ready to go. 15-to-1, RTU, ready to use. You can make multiple gallons out of this, whether you want a tire cleaner, wheel cleaner, bug cleaner. All you do is dilute this 15-to-1 in a spray bottle. and you're gonna be good to go. And this little gallon is gonna make a lot because it's super concentrated and is my favorite APC right now. So to my favorite iron remover right now at this moment is the Furies by Phoenix EOD. My bottle is pretty much empty. That's why I grabbed this brand new one so you guys can see the color of it and everything. This is a great paint and wheel iron remover. It's your typical iron remover that's gonna remove iron particles that are embedded in your paint or on your wheels. The cool thing about this one, the second it hits iron, it changes color. Some iron removers, you kind of have to wait, and then all of a sudden your wheel starts turning purple. No, the second it hits iron, this starts turning purple. And they did a very good job with the smell, because as you know, most iron removers have a terrible smell. Now you can still smell the chemical, I forget the name of it, but that's in it that changes colors, that eats away at the iron. You can still smell it, but not as overpowering as other companies are. So that's why it's my favorite iron remover right now. So like I said at the beginning of the video, some categories are gonna have ties. So this is gonna be one of them. I use both of these interior cleaners more than any other ones I have. I have a lot more other ones, and these are the two that I go to every time I do an interior, whether it's on my vehicle or a customer's vehicle. And the first one's going to be DIY Details Interior Clean and Protect, and it's infused with ceramic. I love the smell. Of the two, this one has the best smell by far. It has a very, very pleasant smell. It makes the cabin just smell nice and fresh, but it's not overbearing where it's going to really give you like a headache. It just has a very good smell to it. It's a decent cleaner, but what I like is the finish. The end result is just a brand new looking dashboard, a brand new looking door panel. I do use this on my instrument cluster and GPS. I've had no issues with that at all. Works very well. And the scent is what really gets me on it. But it is in my top, these are my top two when it comes to interior clean. I just could not, when I made this video, I couldn't decide if I wanted next levels or DIYs. I was like, I like this and I like this. So I was like, you know what, we're just gonna have a tie in this category here. So the next one is going to be Next Level Car Care's Interior Detailer. Now, what I love about Interior Detailer from Next Level Car Care, it has very good cleaning power. If you team this up with like a brush, and I do have a video on it, you can actually clean like the dirt and stuff that's in all the little cracks and crevices of your door panel, your window switches, stuff like that. Team it up with a brush, it cleans really well. It gets rid of like skin oils, gene transfer in leather. It's a good leather cleaner. It does leave a tad, and I mean a tad, bit of shine, but it still makes the dashboard or whatever you clean look factory brand new. And that's why I love both of these products, because I want my interior, I don't want any shine. I want them to look brand new. That's what both of these do. So this one I don't really have a category per se, because this product here is more of a, you get it out when you absolutely have to. Last resort to get a steering wheel clean or a leather seat clean. It just won't come clean with anything else. This is going to clean it. These are brand new from Lithium, and it is their Cleanin' Cubes for vinyl, vegan leather, what else is it? Rubber. It just makes it look absolutely amazing, but man, they clean. Now, I'm not gonna open one of these because this package comes with, I think 4 of these, if I remember right. There is a cube in here that has a sponge, basically like a magic eraser, that has a chemical in it that as you wipe, it gets wet with the magic eraser, and it makes steering wheels that I never thought I would ever get clean look brand new again. It makes the leather feel brand new again. Not only does it look, but it feels brand new again. Now you gotta remember, it is abrasive. Melamine, I think is what it's called. That is an abrasive. So you have, it's not something you use every time that you clean the interior of your car. This is, hey, let's get it clean. Once it's clean, let's keep it protected from here on out so it doesn't look like that again. Or you get a nasty car that come into your shop that you just cannot get it clean. Like, oh wow, the interior looks amazing, but man, the steering wheel looks awful. Right here, this is what you need. Have it on your shelf for emergency situations. Lithium Cleanin' Cubes are absolutely amazing when it comes to filthy interiors. So you guys, we are moving right along. So let's get to my favorite instant detailer, quick detailer, whatever you want to call it. This stuff has been my favorite since the second Turtle Wax released it. This stuff is, it flies under the radar, and people need to try it, because once you try it, you will be in love with it, just like I did. First time I used it, I could not believe it. I used it on a red Dodge Ram. I do have a video on that. And it is their Pure Shine Misting Detailer that's infused with graphene. This makes your light colors glossy, white, silver, your tans, makes them really glossy. But it makes your dark colors, your reds, your blues, your greens, and your black, deeper. Like glossy, but deeper looking. It makes the color very vibrant. Very easy to use. I've had 0 issues with streaking. It's got the Flairosol sprayer, which is nice. I'm getting more used to these now, where you actually save product, but you really only need like 1 spray on a fender. Wipe it in with your towel, turn it over, buff it to a nice high shine. And it's something you just have to see for yourself in person, not on video, of what kind of gloss and what kind of depth and color you can get from Pure Shine. I don't know what Turtle Wax puts in this, but whatever it is, it's absolutely amazing and is my favorite quick detailer. When it comes to spray waxes, this is what I reach for right here. Next Level Car Care Ceramic Spray Wax. Now, I do love my Fab Bare Arms, but I'm trying to show you guys products that aren't mine, because people, when you start showing your own products, people start thinking that you're biased, and that's just the way it is. And I am going to have one of my products in one of the other categories. But this is actually a little bit easier than Bare Arms to use, and that's why I decided to put this one in the video to show you guys. So you can use this as a drying aid. You can use it on a dry surface as a normal spray wax. It works fantastic as a drying aid. Makes your drying process really, really simple. But I think where this product shines more than anything is on a dry surface. If you spray it on and wipe it in, I don't care what color the car is, it disappears like that. It's going to give you about a month or two of protection. It's not long-term protection, but you don't expect long-term protection out of a spray wax. But it leaves a nice shine. It's got good water-beating properties to it. But the main thing for me about this, anybody can use this. It's super simple. I've oversaturated a towel and still didn't get streaking with this product right here. It's just super easy. That's why I love Next Level Car Care's ceramic spray wax. It's a very good product. You guys would absolutely love it, and that's why it's my favorite spray wax. So my next category, my favorite paste wax, because I still love dealing with paste waxes. There's something about it where the old school feel, dipping into the can, wiping it on, letting it haze, and then wipe it off. I still enjoy that aspect of detailing. So when somebody comes to me and I cannot talk them into doing a coating, and I'm like, okay, they're like, just put a wax on it. This is the wax that I use almost every time. The ceramic and graphene paste wax by Turtle Wax. This is their 75th anniversary can. I've gone through 2 or 3 cans of this right here. You're gonna easily get up to a year. Now, if you go through a bunch of car washes, because I have put on people's cars that go through a bunch of car washes that got up to 6 months, which is amazing with tunnel washes, because the chemicals that they use to get every single car clean, it's very hard on your paint. But this product here is super simple. You wipe it on. I let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. Usually I can get the whole car done. And then I come back, easy wipe off. Smooth as butter, has very good hydrophobic properties. Looks almost like a real coating is what it looks like when it's on the surface. It has 10 different types of waxes in it. When they released this wax here, I wasn't real thrilled. I was like, oh, yeah, they come out with another paste wax, because we all know the original, I forget it, what's it called? Their shell paste wax. I forget what it's actually called. That it was hard as all get out to get off paint. So the first time I tried this, I wasn't sure what to think, but I knew that Turtle Wax had turned the corner to start making absolutely amazing products. This did not let down at all. Anybody that's ever used this that I have told about and they've bought it and they've used it, like, man, you weren't lying. This stuff is absolutely amazing. That's why the ceramic and graphene paste wax by Turtle Wax is my favorite paste wax. My favorite liquid wax is Glossum Wax from Phoenix EOD. Miranda Detailing designed this wax right here. Very good gloss. It gives you up to 9 months of protection. Very easy to use. You can use it by hand or by machine. By hand, I feel like it's a little bit easier to remove, so I usually apply it by hand. But by machine, I feel like I get better coverage. So it really just depends on the mood that I'm in that day, whether I want to put it on by hand or if I want to put it on by machine. Very simple to use, very good hydrophobic properties also, and very long lasting. You can get a lot of cars out of this $25 bottle, and that's why I've gone through a couple of these bottles already. That's why I usually reach for this when somebody is asking for a wax and I'm in the mood to put a liquid on. This is the wax I'm gonna put on. I'm gonna put a liquid wax on. My favorite all-in-one wax are these two right here. So you have Griot's Garage, a ceramic all-in-one wax. Super simple to use. It is immediate wipe off. As soon as you get done applying it, you can do it by hand or by machine. You get way better correction by machine, because your hand does not spin as fast as a machine does, but you can get a little bit of correction by hand. But when you put it on by machine, once you're done doing your crosshatch pattern, however you polish paint, you immediately wipe off. You don't let it set up. You immediately wipe it off, and it is a year's worth of protection. I cannot vouch for that, but that is what Griot's claims, and I know the guys at Griot's and the testing they do, so I'm sure that it is up to a year's worth of protection. But I haven't put on any cars that I've seen come back, so I cannot say that it lasts a year. but it's really good correction. It's not as good as the Vonix. That's why it's in this also. But it definitely does give you good correction, but durability is where it's at with this, and hydrophobic properties are really good with the ceramic all-in-one wax. Now Vonix Blend all-in-one, this right here isn't as long as lasting. I think it's 4 months. Yep, 4 months versus the 1 year of Griot's. But its cutting ability to remove your imperfections, your swirls, is really good. It's definitely better than the Griot's when it comes to removing imperfections in the paint. It doesn't give off as much gloss, in my opinion, but it has very good hydrophobic properties, like a coating. Just doesn't last as long, but these two are my favorite all-in-ones. I couldn't really pick one or the other because I like the cut of this, but I like the durability claims of the Griot's and the hydrophobics of it. So that's why I put both of these in this category, and I reach for both of these all the time also when it comes to using an all-in-one wax. All-in waxes are when a customer doesn't want to pay for paint correction. They just want you to wax it. And if you're gonna wax it, most time, at least for me, I'm gonna use a machine to wax. So why not use this? You're gonna remove some of their imperfections. That's gonna amplify their gloss, gonna make their car look amazing, and it's gonna leave wax behind, because when they pick it up, they're like, wow, all you did is wax it. And like, yep, that's all you want. I just gave it a good wax and you're good to go. Customers absolutely love that. And that's why I like to use all-in-one waxes. When it comes to compounds and polishes, as you see, I have 3 different products. These 2 go together, and then the Gold Standard from DIY Detail is on its own over here because it's spray polish. They all do the same thing. That's why I put them in the category together. So when you want to strictly compound, you can use the Phoenix EOD Pop-A-Cut. This is a heavy-duty diminishing compound that's going to remove your heavy imperfections from like wet sanding or very heavy swirls, oxidation, and stuff like that. And then you can finish it up with the Fabulous Finishing Polish, which this right here is going to amplify your gloss. It's going to remove the micro marring or the minor imperfections you put in during the compounding stage, but it's going to amplify your gloss. Those 2 are very good products, work very well together. But then in the same category, if you just want one product that does it all, you just have to change your pad, whether it's a wool pad, microfiber pad, or a foam pad, and then change your machine speeds or your machine to get the results that you're looking for, and it's spray on so you don't waste as much product. Typically, we put 4 dots on a pad, right? 1 spray is equivalent to 1 dot, and you only need 1 spray on the pad. Now, the downside to the spray from Gold Standard is I'm not very good at it. I'll just be honest with you. I seem to, no matter what I do, it sprays on the pad, but also around the pad and everything that's around me. That's the downside to it. But I just do it over my pad washer, so if it goes in anywhere, it goes in my pad washer. It's really not that big of a deal. But it's a super simple polish to use. Wipe off is good. I'm not gonna say it's great. It's not super fast and quick wipe off. You do have to put a little bit of effort into it, but if you use a damp towel, it makes it a little bit easier. But I have found that like Fabulous Finishing Polish wipes off like a breeze. Absolutely super, super simple to wipe off. I do have to use a damp towel when I wipe off Pop-A-Cut, at least here in Indiana where we have a lot of humidity. That makes my wipe off a little bit easier. But in my compound and polishing category, the reason that they're here is because these all do exactly what you want them to do. It just depends on if you want to go on like a 2-step of individual products, or if you want to do a 2-step with 1 single product. That's why they're my polishing and compound favorites. So we are just about done with this video. I'm sorry, like I said, my explanations are kind of short, but that way we can get through this video without being an hour long, hopefully. Next category, my favorite plastic polish by far at this point is Griot's Garage's Plastic All-in-One. The nice thing about this, it does leave protection behind, ceramic protection it leaves behind, but it does a fantastic job on your headlights and your taillights, your B-pillar and A-pillar trim, piano black. It works really well in piano black, but this product is super simple, wipes off really easy, but it does a really good job removing imperfections that are on the headlights, taillights, oxidation. It removes it with absolute ease, no problem at all, and it leaves protection behind. You can use this by hand or by machine. Obviously, once again, machine is going to give you better correction, but you can use it by hand and get good results, especially on your taillights that are red where you really see the swirls. By hand, you can see the difference you make, but a machine makes it a little bit easier. But if you don't own a machine, but you have taillights, headlights that have some swirls in it and stuff, pick yourself up some plastic all-in-one polish. You will not be disappointed. That's my favorite plastic polish. So my favorite panel prep are these 2. I think Phoenix EOD's panel prep is just Peleus, is how you pronounce it. is just a little bit better because I think it flashes faster, but both are fantastic panel preps. You can't go wrong with either one of these. Now, this is not the bottle, the Geon bottle. I have it by the gallon, so I have a spray bottle that I put it in. Both work very well. The only thing that I don't like about the Geon panel prep, and some people absolutely love it. This is, once again, this is how we're all different. The smell really, it hurts my lungs. I start coughing when I use the Geon panel prep. So when I do use it, I either wear a mask or actually put my shirt over my nose when I'm using it. And I shouldn't have to do that when using a product. Now, it does remove polishing oils and residue very well, cleans the surface very well. That's why it's one of my favorites, is because of how good it actually works. I've always just dealt with the smell. But then when Pelias came out 6 or 8 months ago, I'm not sure, it kind of took over my panel prep from Geon because I don't have to worry about that terrible smell. It doesn't take my breath away. I'll show you the bottle. It's called Pelias Panel Prep. Works very good also as a glass cleaner. It cleans glass extremely well. You don't have to worry about streaks or anything like that. But I like to use it as a dedicated panel prep. It removes the polishing oils. It flashes quick, which is what you want, because I have used panel preps in the past that when I got done with the whole car, I come back around and looked and I could see towel marks just streaking, nothing that, I mean, it came off, streaking, that if I wouldn't have paid attention and I would immediately put a wax or a coating or something on there, it would have been on there forever. It would have been stuck underneath there until whatever was on there wore off. I don't have to worry about that when it comes to Pelias because it flashes so fast that I absolutely enjoy using it. It's definitely my number one right now. It's just these two are really good, so it's hard to, for the video, I just want to kind of give you guys both options, but Pelias is my number one right now. I do sell this on my website, but that's not why it's number one. It is number one as far as working on the surface. When it comes to glass coatings are very important in my opinion because it's the visibility, it's the safety factor. When you're driving down the road and you're in inclement weather, you want that water off your glass as fast as possible. Yes, we have wiper blades that do that, but if you've never used any type of glass sealant or coating, then you need to, because it almost makes it to where you don't even need wipers going on the road. You have a crystal clear view because the water's sheeting off and beating off so fast that you don't have to have the wipers. It just makes it easier. Makes it easier to de-ice your windshield in the wintertime. Also, bugs from sticking. And my favorite right now is Hydro Glass from C6. Now, for some reason, my bottle cap is stripped. It will not stay on there, and it actually leaked almost all the way out. But Hydro Glass from C6 Ceramics. This is a DIY detail product. You may have seen this video by now, but if you haven't, I'm going to have a video on using this on our Yukon. The hydrophobics are insane. The bugs don't want to stick to the glass, which is always awesome. Now, one thing I did learn when it comes to using a glass sealant or a glass coating, a lot of people complain that, you know, it worked for a little while and it doesn't work anymore. But from what I learned is when it starts raining, use your washer fluid immediately as soon as it starts raining. That's going to remove any residue that's built up on your windshield so your glass coating will work properly. Never thought about that before, but I was taught that here recently when I was in Nebraska, and that's one thing you could remember to do for yourself. That's why I wanted to put that out there, because we all learn new things. I learned so many things when I was out there. That's one of them that I thought was very cool. Use your washer fluid to help get anything that's off there so your glass coating is going to work properly. This is going to give you up to a year's worth of protection on your glass. Super hydrophobic, super slick under the towel. Even just using a towel, it's super slick. That's why it's so hydrophobic. And once again, makes cleaning your windshield a lot easier. That's my favorite glass coating. All right, so we have two categories left. So this one is going to be my favorite trim restore product. It is the new DIY Detail Restore and Protect for Plastics. This has a black dye in it. That's why it's one of my favorites right now. You can use other trim dressings from other companies that work good, but they don't last as long. This dye takes your really gray, faded plastic, makes it look brand new again, and it has ceramic in it, so it's going to last a lot longer. Super simple to use. All you need is just a microfiber towel, cut it into a little tiny square. Don't fold it over, because I found out you're not supposed to do that. And just dab it on. I do have a video on this. Dab it on and then put it on the surface. Now, you do want to make sure your plastics are clean ahead of time. Use a panel prep. You can polish with the gold standard polish. You can polish your plastic to really make them deep and dark to remove any oxidation that's on there. Because if you just put this on, it's got oxidation on it, it's not going to last. You need to remove all that oxidation or anything that's on it and degrease it with like a panel prep so you know that this is going to bond properly. But Restore and Protect, super simple to use. Anybody can do it. Just make sure you got gloves on. It is a black dye, so you don't want to get that on your skin, but it makes your like the running boards in the video I put on makes them look absolutely amazing and makes them look brand new again. And so far, I think it's going on 3 months. They still look like I just did it yesterday. Restore and Protect for Plastics by DIY Detail is my favorite plastic restorer. Okay, so last category right now, my favorite ceramic coatings. This is where one of my products is actually in the video because I just think that it is one of the best on the market right now. But I do have C6 Hydro. I have not used this product, so I'm gonna put that out there right now. But I have seen the hydrophobics of it because when I was in Nebraska, we cleaned Ivan's Jeep and he had just coated it with Hydro, and that's what this says right here from C6 Ceramics. And I'll tell you, the hydrophobics of that, no wonder why it's called Hydro, are absolutely insane. They're kind of mind-blowing type hydrophobics, really good. Definitely better than my Freedom coating, but my Freedom coating is right there with it, but not as good. It's just underneath of it when it comes to hydrophobics. But as far as very, very easy to use, I cannot explain on Hydro because I have not used it, just seen the hydrophobics and the gloss that the car had after it was applied. But my favorite as far as what I've used is the Fab Freedom coating. Now, don't get this confused. I have tried to explain this many, many times to my viewers. I did label it as a motorcycle coating because it can be used on every aspect of a motorcycle. Most people, a lot of companies that sell coatings, I should say, that I've reached out to are like, yeah, you can't use that on the plastics. You can't use it on the windshield. You can use it on the chrome or the paint, but don't use it on the seat. I wanted something that no matter what bike you own, no matter the brand, doesn't matter, you can use this on it. Whether it's a plastic crotch rocket with plastic pieces, whether it's a Harley with a bunch of chrome and paint, it doesn't matter. You can use it on every surface but real leather, and all bikes today don't come with real leather unless you have a real leather seat made for your bike. It's the only way you're gonna have real leather, but I don't ever recommend putting a coating on a seat anyways. But what I was trying to explain, the reason I had it as a Freedom coating is there's kind of a void in the market as far as when it comes to motorcycles. People don't know what to buy when it comes to motorcycles because all these companies have all these separate products for certain things, when in general, you can use this on every part of your bike, but that means you can use it on every part of your car. The Yukon, right behind you guys, it's covered in this. Every exterior part of that car has the Fab Freedom coating on it. The wheels, the paint, all the black plastic trim, the glass, except for the windshield, the chrome on the front, the exhaust tip, anything that I could put it on, I put it on, and it looks absolutely amazing. You can use this on your car, and this small bottle goes a long way. Now, I put my coatings on thick because I think that that's gonna give me the most longevity out of it. The thicker, the better when you put the coating on, and that's just my thinking. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But I can still do basically that Yukon plus, let's say, like my son's Jeep with this one bottle. I can get 2 big vehicles out of this bottle, or I can get about 3 or 4 baggers when it comes to like Harley Davidson motorcycles. But you can use this on your car. So don't let the name fool you or make you think that you cannot use it on my car because it's a motorcycle coating. It works great on your car. Also, my headlights and taillights, all the plastics I used it on also. Very hydrophobic. This is a 5-year coating. I don't like telling people a year when it comes to coatings because you don't know how people are going to take care of it in the environment that they're in, what kind of weather, whether it's sits outside, sits inside, show car, whatever. You don't know all the variables. But it was tested up to 5 years and 1,000 degrees, so that's why it's perfectly fine for your wheels, just not your exhaust like on your bike. But you need your wheels on your car, your wheels on your bike, and it's definitely going to hold up over time. Fab Freedom coating right now is my favorite ceramic coating to use, and it's so easy. Honestly, my 11-year-old daughter could do this without a problem and not have to worry about high spots. And I do have one honorable mention. My favorite soft drink, of course, Cherry Pepsi. I don't drink this as much as I used to because I've been on diet, but I still have to have my caffeine. This is my coffee, basically. Cherry Pepsi is my go-to when it goes to having a soft drink. So that's it. I know that was a lot of information to take in. Hopefully it wasn't a very long video that you guys had to sit through to watch, but I wanted to show you the products that I really enjoy using. Now, there are other products on my shelf. I have a shelf full of products that either been sent to me that I have bought that I still use. These are just the products I reach for the most. There's other companies' products that I absolutely love. There's Adams products that I still like. I've tried Armor Detail Supplies Shampoo Plus. I really like that shampoo. It just doesn't really make it into my absolutely favorite category, CarPro Reset, for instance. There's so many different detailing products on the market that are very good that I just don't have all of them, so I can't put them in my video. I haven't even tried all of them. And it seems like every single day a new company is coming out with new products. So the market is always changing. These supplies that I show you in my video over the next year or so. Some of them will get replaced with newer products, I'm sure, newer versions. That's just the way it is. It's always evolving, which is one thing I love about the detailing world, but also something I really hate about the detailing world. Because every time I get set on certain products, that I'm like, okay, this is it. This is what I'm gonna use every time I detail a car, and that's it. I'm not gonna worry about using anything else. A company comes out with something that's absolutely amazing. I'm like, okay, I gotta add that to my arsenal. And I buy it, love it, add it to it. And then another company comes out with this, then I add it to it. So it's always evolving. It gets expensive, as you guys know if you're a DIYer. But what I try to tell people, if you have products that work well for you, you're happy with the results that you're getting, you don't have to go and buy the latest and greatest thing. You don't. You can stick with the products that you have, that you absolutely love, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. The way I like my vehicle is gonna be different than the way you like your vehicle. I'm satisfied with some swirls and scratches on my cars. You wouldn't think so being a detailer, but I like to preserve my clear coats. So when I cut the Yukon to put the Fab Freedom coating on it, I did not go with a very heavy duty compound. I went mainly almost with a finishing polish because I was like, you know what? It's a 2011. I need to make sure I keep as much UV protection in the clear coat as I can because that's all at the top. I need to preserve my clear coat so we don't start losing the color start fading on the car. So I'm different than you, you're different than me. We all have different likes. These are just the ones that I reach for, the ones that I really like right now at this moment. And I thought I'd bring this video to you guys to let you know. If you guys like these products, let me know. I will have links in the description on the video with every single one of these products where you can go and you can buy them. I will mention, if you buy it from Amazon, through one of my links, I do make a small commission for every purchase that somebody makes through my Amazon affiliate account. If you do that, I really appreciate that. I'll also have links to my website. If I can't find a product on Amazon that's in my video or in this video, I will go to the company's website, pull it from their website, so you guys at least have a link to their websites. And I usually have a discount code to any of these companies anyway, so you guys can save some money. So hopefully I didn't ramble on too much there, talk too fast, because that's the way I am. But I really appreciate you guys watching this video and checking it out. If you did like the video, give me a thumbs up. That really helps the channel grow. That makes it hit the YouTube algorithm, gets my videos out there. I really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button while you're down there. Join the Fab family. We'd love to have you. We'll see you in the next video.